continually thwarted in his attempts to overcome He-Man, Skeletor has turned his evil powers and designs onto the people and planets of the future. Already, he has amassed a following of scoundrels and miscreants, and is slowly gaining control over a previously peaceful group of planets. Deep in space, in the far-flung Triax star system, the storm clouds were gathering over the beleaguered planet Primus. The Galactic Council were deep in conference due to mysterious attacks that have been plaguing the galaxy over recent months. Above the frantic hubbub of worried voices, the Council leader Darius spoke out.
Order! 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 Please! We, the elders of Primus, have the responsibility of all on our shoulders. We must plan carefully.
Captain Darius called on Hydron, his faithful lieutenant, to update the Council on the latest attacks from the unknown evil. The Council listened in somber silence, while Hydron, in his clear voice, spoke of how he was set upon whilst on a routine patrol of the Guardian Sea. He described how he was engulfed in a churning, blinding turbulence that emitted the foulest concentration of stench he had ever experienced. Before Hydron could finish his report to the Council, the excitable Tartarus interrupted, exclaiming,
"It's from Denebria, I know it! We are fools if we think we can resist!"
That's where you are wrong, Tartarus,
replied Captain Darius, filling the Council room with his deep, sure voice.
We have consulted the books of the elders, and the legends have warned us of this day, a day when a mysterious evil force would arrive in our galaxy and threaten our very existence. It is our duty to look beyond our own lives and search for a man, the one man of whom the legends speak. For it is he alone who can help us in our hour of need.
As the Council murmured in agreement, the strong and silent Nocturna slowly rose to his feet.
Darius, Tartarus, and fellow elders, we face a grave crisis, that is true. But our planet is safe, and we do not know what evil it is that is lurking on Denebria. I say we strengthen our gravity shield to deter further attacks and follow a peaceful course of action.
No, we must take action now. Icarius and I will take the starship and seek out the master of whom the legends speak. Come, Icarius, we have no time to waste.
The Council dispersed with worried mumblings from some groups.
The brave Darius is a fool, and only a fool would believe he could defeat me. I have brought the future to thee, and the universe will be mine. Get ready, He-Man. You are about to become my slave.
Meanwhile, on the planet Eternia, Prince Adam, the thoughtful, quiet alias of He-Man, is enjoying a peaceful sail down the Royal River, thinking to himself how calm things had been recently. Just as his thoughts began to dwell on what evil deeds the dreaded Skeletor could be plotting, a shimmering light began to appear on the banks of the Royal River. As the light began to fade, the Sorceress Queen appeared and began to speak urgently to him.
Prince Adam, you must move fast. The time has come when you must leave your beloved Eternia behind. Skeletor has opened the gates of the future and is draining the wisdom and counsel of the ancient power that lives within Castle Grayskull. There are two brave travelers who have traveled far in time to find you. Their home planet is under threat, and you must help them to stop Skeletor and return the power to Castle Grayskull, or all is lost to evil forever.
As the Sorceress Queen faded away, a great sadness befell Prince Adam as he thought of the many struggles that lay ahead. But shrugging off his feelings, Prince Adam reached for his sword.
By the power of Grayskull, I have the power! I am He-Man, Master of the Universe!
power and the light of the universe began to pour into the gleaming weapon. But then, a frightening thing happened. The shimmering light surrounding the sword wavered and dimmed. Prince Adam was unable to transform into He-Man. From far above in his spacecraft, Skeletor looked down at the despairing Prince Adam and chuckled softly to himself.
At last, I have the power of the universe within my grasp. Prince Adam will be of no use to those two flying fools who will be drawn to me by the power of the ancients.
Meanwhile, in the cockpit of the starship, Darius and Icarius have located the power source.
Captain, I have something. It's a strong magnetic force. We're locked into it, and it's pulling us towards...
Up above, Skeletor's face suddenly changes as he watches in horror the transformation of Prince Adam into He-Man. At exactly that moment, Prince Adam notices that his sword is glimmering with an intensity of light that even he has never seen before. Quickly, he raises his mighty weapon above his head and shouts,
By the power of...
He is interrupted by an explosive flash of blinding light, and a chorus of voices seem to come from everywhere and nowhere at the same time.
Power of the past and future join. You are He-Man. Prince Adam of Grayskull is no more. Long live He-Man, master of the universe made new.
The blinding and glowing light now surrounds He-Man as it transforms him and his sword into a new Power Master, holding aloft his power sword. Both he and his sword are ablaze with a pulsating light energy. With his new superhuman powers, He-Man now senses Skeletor's presence. His piercing eyes locate the direction of the power being drained from Castle Grayskull into Skeletor's spacecraft and the imminent danger to the starship. Quick as a flash, He-Man launches himself at the power source and is transported at lightning speed onto the bridge of Skeletor's ship. Skeletor attacks immediately, and a hard and bitter fight ensues as He-Man struggles to defeat Skeletor. At last, he catches him on the shoulder with his power sword, and Skeletor falls to the ground. Meanwhile, back in the starship, the magnetic force is fading.
Captain, we have control of the ship again, but the transformer beam's flashing.
We must have encountered some strange power source, perhaps the source we seek. Quick, Icarius, activate the transformer!
Icarius flicks the transformer switch, and the two brave travelers stand in amazement as a blinding light at the back of the starship fades to reveal a human figure holding aloft a gleaming sword.
Sire, we have
looked for you everywhere,
cried the two space travelers. And realizing that they had found the true master, Darius and Icarius moved quickly to greet He-Man and offer him their allegiance.
Quick, my friends, we have no time to waste. Skeletor lies injured as we speak. Turn your space blasters on his ship, and we will be rid of him forever.
Skeletor, maimed and bleeding, looks down at this meeting, cursing, and screams to his men to obliterate the starship from the sky. But as Calamar turns to obey his evil master, he notices a blinding light surround their spaceship and drops to his knees, cowering in fright.
Get up, you sniveling coward. What trickery is this that you are afraid of?
The voice of the Sorceress Queen is heard.
Skeletor, listen to me. This night, the power and wisdom of the ancients have joined with the technology of the future. You are lost
No man is a match for me, and I will rule the universe!
Screeched Skeletor, and with a swish of his cloak, turned towards his escape pod and headed for the gates of the future. Realizing that the Sorceress Queen had failed to dissuade Skeletor, He-Man ordered Darius and Icarius to plot a course behind Skeletor's escape pod. As the two spacecrafts gathered speed and hurtled through space, Darius turned to He-Man and told him of the dangers his home planet of Primus was facing, and how the neighboring planet of Denebria, once fertile and beautiful, had become a bleak, unwelcoming place, inhabited by an unsavory bunch of mutants and scoundrels. As the three talked long into the night, the starship hurtled through space towards the Triax star system. Skeletor's escape pod veered off on an alternative course. But as the two ships parted, the voice of Skeletor could be heard echoing through space.
You think you have defeated me, but I will be back. Be warned, He-Man. There is nowhere you can go that will escape me.
Darius and Icarius shivered visibly as Skeletor's words reverberated around them, filling their very souls with dread. But He-Man turned to his two new lieutenants, saying,
Do not be afraid. We face many struggles, but with the power of the past and future joined, we will save your beloved Primus from Skeletor and his evil warriors.